Woo! Straight off the press, Trump administration said it will require millions to reapply for SNAP benefits. Woo! To root out fraud. Guys, I don't know what do y'all think about this. What do y'all think about this? My boy said, I'm not even gonna drop food stamps for a couple weeks. We're gonna see y'all panic a little bit. Blame it on the Democrats. Blame it on they couldn't make out deals and all kind of other stuff during the government shutdown, right? People were panicking everywhere. Now, to root out fraud, because we know there's a lot of fraud going on. There's a lot of liars in the SNAP benefit area. All right. Y'all EBT warriors and EBT gladiators about to be put down. Yes, that's right. All those tax dollars that all these middle-class Americans and everybody else is working to pay, and they don't reap any benefits, and it just keeps going to lazy people. It's the lazy people that are doing it. The liars and the lazy people. But let's just go ahead and watch some clips. I'm gonna jump right into it.
The Trump administration said it will require millions to reapply for SNAP benefits to root out fraud. When the 2025 government shutdown, lasting a record 43 days, stretched into November, SNAP benefits, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, commonly known as food stamps, became a major topic of discussion. Budgeting for these benefits had not been allocated beyond November, and the federal government announced that SNAP recipients would not receive their November benefits if the government remained closed past November 1st. SNAP benefits are loaded once a month onto an EBT card, electronic benefit transfer, which works similarly to a debit card but can only be used for eligible food items. With the government reopening on November 12th, some states have reportedly restarted EBT payments, but millions of Americans are still waiting for their November deposits as of Tuesday, November 18th. Now, the Trump administration says they plan to require Americans to reapply for SNAP benefits in order to root out fraud. On Thursday, November 13th, Agricultural Secretary Brooke Rollins said in an interview that she plans to have everyone reapply for their benefits, make sure that everyone that's taking a taxpayer-funded benefit through food stamps literally is vulnerable and can't survive without it. On Monday, November 17th, the White House's X page reposted a photo of Rollins quoting the Daily Wire, titled, "Rooting Out Fraud, Trump admin to make food stamp recipients reapply for benefits." What do you think of requiring Americans to reapply for SNAP benefits? Let us
I mean, what do you mean? What do we think? We think it's a great thing. You know how many liars are out there just committing fraud for food stamps, man? Perfectly capable people ready to go up and go to work for what? Not doing anything. Meanwhile, teachers aren't getting paid, roads are not getting repaired, or any of these tax dollars that could be allocated anywhere else, man. School systems, road repairs, just something, all right? Something else other than lying people, okay? And meanwhile, people are still always hiring, dude. Always hiring. Now, if they're going to do this, they're going to have to work on a little bit of the inflation when it comes to grocery prices as well. Like, all right, if you're going to take away all these benefits, like somebody has to step in and kind of help with the groceries being a little bit better and a little bit, I guess you can say, affordable for most people to acquire, especially now that everybody's using their own money. But at the same time, damn, this could be a relief. And I actually, I don't feel sorry for the lazy people that are lying about getting food stamps.
know in the comments.
He spent the money. Yeah, Trump spent all the money in the EBT and the SNAP contingency fund. Over $5 billion is gone. In case you've been wondering why he's been doing backflips to keep from having to pay out of the SNAP and EBT contingency fund. All the lawsuits, he's trying to stop it. In case you're wondering why, that's because he doesn't want anybody to find out that that money doesn't exist anymore. Have you seen the documents circulating, the court documents where the justice outlines what happened to that money? The executive branch exhausted that fund. I'm only laughing as a sign of mania and insanity because I don't know what else to do at this point. That sounds embezzlement, right? That's a crime. That's a crime for which people do time, yeah? Are we surprised? I'm not surprised. I don't even think his swallowers would be surprised. They just won't care, you know? They just won't care. As far as they're concerned, this is just another step to sticking it to the poor, who is actually mostly made up of them. So the irony is... But... he's never going to see a jail cell for this. And his side won't care. They'll make a an excuse or enough.
First of all, we don't really see a lot of proof. I'm not taking up for the administration size, man. Them dudes been taking money from everybody for all of goddamn history, bro. Let's just put it like that. All right. Just because these 5 little millions or 5 little billions of dollars have been exhausted, we still can't prove it, does not exempt the fact that, hey, there is way more money missing. It's just so happened to be EBT, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna figure out a way to allocate the funds to all the poor people or all the eligible people, so that they can start receiving benefits and food again. But like at the end of the day, we don't have any proof on this one yet.
I'll bet you that mythical $2,000 stimmy check that he tries to blame Biden.
You don't put no curse on the 2000 stimmy check, all right, bro? Like, you don't do that, all right? That's coming from we as Americans deserve a little bit of a little extra. You get what I'm saying? All right, and that's what we doing. I mean, is it bad that he's using those what you can say, those tariffs? All right, he said he's planning to break down the tariffs and give back to the American people. We're gonna see. But that's the plan. That's where the stimmy is coming from. We're going to see.
In 9 months, we've lifted over 600,000 Americans off of food stamps, which is a record. 1.9 million more American-born workers are employed today. Think of that. Almost 2 million American-born workers are employed today, more than when I took office. That's 9 months ago. Can you imagine that? And I tell Republicans, if you want to win elections, you got to talk about these facts, you know. It's really easy to win elections when you talk about the facts.
So, hey, y'all, if y'all receive...
Nah, like, I really don't think it's cool to brag about stopping a way people are used to getting money to eat. We don't brag about it. It's something that's done. But look, I mean, the facts are hard, to be honest. Look, hey, let me just go ahead, stop this. We're running to a government shutdown. We can't allocate these funds. People can work. The people that can work are now showing that they can work. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. You take away that little crutch, and look, people are capable, more capable than they're saying that they are. So yeah.
So hey, y'all, if y'all receive Foodstamp/EBT SNAP benefits, you will have to reapply because they are not giving people any benefits anymore because of they found EBT fraud. Like, people have been doing fraud, getting stamps when they don't supposed to, stealing people benefits, using people benefits. People has been selling them. So food stamps are now under investigation, and you will have to reapply. And they do have a lot of more requirements to even get those benefits now.
Well, look, man, to be honest with you, I haven't heard that they weren't dispersing the funds as of yet. Like, you have to reapply. That's something that's down the pipeline. Don't get it wrong. Like, I haven't heard that they just are not sending them out. So I don't want to say that. But she said that people do sell them. Come on now. We all know there is perfectly capable people that sell food stamps. They sell food stamps to what? Pay their car note. For what? You know, do other things, help fund their bad habits, drugs, smoking, vapes, those sort of things. Dude, like, it's crazy. Sometimes you get people that steal other people's EBT cards and sell it. Like, it's a tough thing. So yeah, we're gonna see if these people are eligible and pretty much capable, you know, and they've already limited to real food and not junk food, so weeds out the people that just want it and just don't even take care of themselves. I mean, you can't survive. Like, come on, hot Cheetos, bro. Like, you're not gonna be able to live off that, you know. Diet Cokes and soda all day long, that's not gonna work either. Stop it.
According to the reporting, the 42 million Americans that Donald Trump cut off of food stamps will now have to reapply in order to get food stamps. Apparently, they're gonna have to restart the eligibility process all over again from scratch because they're trying to, quote unquote, overhaul the program. Mind you, to qualify, households must be at or below 130% of the poverty line. By the way, insane when the literal definition for poverty is the state of lacking the financial resources and essentials for a basic standard of living. Literally, for the government, you can't even be lacking basic necessities. You have to be 130% lacking necessities in order to get resources, which in 2025 was $15,000 for a single person, $26,000 for a 3-person household, and $37,000 for a 5-person household. It will require those 42 million Americans to complete an online application, submit pertinent documents, proof of identity, citizenship, proof of residence, proof of income, household expenses, medical expenses. And then those same applicants are going to have to complete an eligibility interview, wait for a state verification, then wait for a decision from the state, which typically takes about 30.
I mean, I'm not even mad at that. Let me go find out that these people are eligible people, real people, okay? Not some dead like that. They were telling me that they find deceased people already still receiving SNAP benefits. Let's keep it real, huh? Some people are lying. Imagine cutting out all the crap, bro. Like the fraud, the bull crap, the liars out there saving millions on millions of dollars. All right. We're not going to say it's a lot. We're going to say it's a small percentage of people that are committing fraud. Let's just be honest. Not everybody who is receiving this. There's probably legit people out there that needed to survive. We're not going to take that away. I'm not going to discount them. But for the real liars, let's prove that John Doe is still alive. Homie is over here talking about his age is 123 years old and he gets $800 a month in SNAP. We need to see if this dude is alive.
30 days. They're not even going to get the same amount of benefits that they were getting before because benefits have been cut. If you remember, Trump's big bullshit bill, which passed in July, cut an estimated $186 billion from SNAP funding through 2034.
Y'all, Trump just announced something major about food stamps, and people need to hear this. Girl, he said everybody that's on SNAP, meaning the 42 million people that receive food stamps, will have to reapply. Not renew, but reapply for benefits. And the crazy part is they haven't mentioned how it's going to work, when it's going to start, or what the new rules is to qualify. So in essence, what does that really mean? Delays, people getting cut off, and states being overwhelmed by the system.
Ooh, you ain't lying, boy. These states are being overwhelmed. They're cutting into emergency funds. That's even if they got it to help the people out in their states, man. And that's the difference with a lot of people. If you're watching this, guy, there's federal and state, right? There is a difference between the both, right? The feds, they create some rules. They allow the state to govern the people within those states, and they go from there. So sometimes if the fed says, hey, I can't help you, the states have to kick in and try to help their people on their own accord. So it depends on what state you live in and what you do. It could be bad. It could be good. You know, you could have a really decent state that tries to take care of your people, or you can live in a really horrible state that just tries to not do anything. Right. So like, for example, Louisiana, right? There's a lot of people that live underneath the poverty line. Like, let's just be honest. Are they really capable of taking care of that many people below the poverty line? Probably not. I've already seen that the city of New Orleans is in a budget deficit. I'm pretty sure the state is in a budget deficit. It's just it happens, you know, and that's just government, man. Sucks.
If you or someone you know receives SNAP benefits, get your paperwork ready. Pay attention because this could hit fast.
Hey y'all, I'm back with another video with some breaking news. So starting next month in December, everyone is required to reapply for food stamps. There is an investigation going on, some scamming, some fraudulent activity was going on with these food stamps. People selling their food stamps on Facebook, selling them, giving people their card and stuff like that. So now there's an ongoing investigation. So everybody is required to reapply for food stamps next month. And if you get them now this month, it ain't promised that you're going to get them next month.
What happens if you reapply and you have to continue to reapply? Like it's a 30-day to 60 days. Like you're not just set to give it. Maybe they'll put a deadline on it. Hey, we're going to give you these food stamps, but you got to come back and reapply 6 months later, 3 months later. Really make it a challenge to get these food stamps to a point where these people, the lazy people, feel like, man, they're going to give up committing it. They got to give up. And what if there's a thing in place where every time you reapply and you commit fraud doing so, and you just work the system or try to work the system, every 6 months, boom, you reapply, and there's a charge added to it if you found guilty of committing fraud. Now you have like 6 counts of fraud sitting on you, boy. That'll scare a lot of people. It'll keep people honest then, boy. I promise you, it really would.
Bye. Thank me later.
Well, something very interesting happening with SNAP benefits, and this could impact, or will impact actually, millions of people across the country, and most have no idea it's coming. That's why I'm making this video. So here's the deal. The Trump administration is pushing a major change to how people on SNAP, that's the food assistance program, get their benefits. Right now, people only have to reapply once a year. Under the new proposal, they would need to reapply every 6 months. The administration says this will cut down on waste and make sure only people who truly qualify stay on the program.
Got you. Every 6 months, I knew something was coming down the pipeline. They're not just going to just keep giving it away. You're going to have to keep reapplying. So yes, thank you for just trying to keep people honest. And look, yes, people that really need it, I know, I completely understand. Look, if you need it, you're going to get it. And I pray that you get it. But for right now, I just hope that at the end of the day, the people that are lying and just taking advantage of the system, they get weeded out. Look, guys, if y'all rocking with the video, please like the video, comment, hype the video. I'll see you in the next one.